This is the Relationship Podcast.
This is the Mental Health Podcast.
This is the Self-Love Podcast.
This is the Real Life Podcast.
And this is my sister's keeper.
Hey!
Hey, y'all.
Hey!
Welcome back to another episode of My Sister's Keeper.
Welcome back.
It's your girl, Chae Yay, and
it's your girl, Nina Beans. Hey.
So thank you, everybody, for tuning in once again. And if you're just now tuning in for the first time, welcome to the new listeners and followers. And as always, we would like to ask that you like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, anything that you can do like that. We definitely appreciate the support.
Yes.
And it is what helps us keep going so we can continue to make this content for y'all. Mm-hmm. Oh, my throat was a little scratchy.
What'd you say you needed earlier?
A throat coat. It's a tea, by the way, y'all. It's not what you think it is.
Okay. All right.
It's not.
Not throat goat, throat coat.
What is a throat goat?
You know what a throat goat is?
No, I really don't. That's a thing.
Oh, my God.
What is it?
Wait a minute.
That's
for
not-
real?
You for real?
No, I'm dead serious.
Throat goat. It's not a thing, but it's a person. Like, you get that title for
I never heard of that.
Good.
I never heard of that. This is the first time I'm hearing about
That
that.
says a lot about you.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
I'm not offended. I'm not offended.
Oh, you don't like doing that?
Nobody's ever called me that.
Ooh, you shouldn't have admitted that.
I don't care. That's probably a derogatory term. I don't want to be called that.
It's a
It's like
a medal of honor.
it's kind
a
of like
throat goat.
It's like kind of like how he say I'm a freak hoe. Like
They put that on people's tombstones.
No, they don't.
No, the fuck they don't.
That's a lie.
Here she lies.
That's a lie.
Goat.
No, that's
mean-
kind of fucked up.
I heard of Superhead. I mean,
It's the same thing. It's just the new term for it.
Yeah, Superhead's like 90s version, I
Yeah.
guess. Like
well, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, back to the subject.
it should be a good reel. I like that. Okay.
All right, now, so Nina Beans,
Yes.
what's the recap for last week?
Well, guys, last week we talked about the body, literal talking body. And we talked about body image, body positivity, negative shit about the body, social media, how that affects people, especially the youth, all kind of stuff like that. We even talked about like some celebrities and like their influence and all that shit, BBL culture, body shaming, all that type of shit. That was a good episode though.
It was, but I do think that you should share your experience after that episode. Art, she was in here blaming me and you.
Wait.
Oh,
Wow.
I
Really,
think you
Shay?
should, yeah, because of that was the topic, and then the thing we were talking about, acceptance, like with yourself.
But I said
happened.
on the episode that I don't really accept myself. So I never lied.
But I think you should share. Do you care to share?
How about you say what you want to say? Because I don't even
Okay.
know exactly what all
So
I said.
this is what happened.
And you're really confronting me on the show?
No,
This
I'm
is
not-
weird.
Listen, I'm not confronting you. I just think that that's a highlight of what happened after the show.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so she really did not like how her hair was looking on the camera. And she said that me and Art did not tell her how messed up she looked. And she was so pissed at me that I didn't tell her.
oh, this was after the show.
Yeah, after we saw, like, I sent her a clip so she could do her thing. And she did not like it.
I'm hurt.
I know.
I'm hurt. Okay, y'all. What the fuck, man?
But, like,
But I got over it. I apologize to you.
no, you did, but it's like I didn't know that you looked bad.
Yeah,
from other perspectives, you looked fine.
I shouldn't give any blame for this.
You the cameraman. What the fuck you talking about? You the goddamn cameraman. You supposed to give us the best fucking angles. Really?
Nina, you looked great.
What the hell? Hey, this the realest episode we ever had. Shit, all the secrets I shared, we actually having a real moment right now. God damn.
You the cameraman.
I'm over it though, y'all. Okay. I did not like the way that I looked. Okay. I was fucking pissed. Okay. But
You should
Yeah.
have put this in the group chat.
I know.
Yeah, I got all the smoke from that.
Was
all of
blame
it.
Shay. She didn't want to put it on the damn show. We should have did it in the group chat. Shit.
I'd have been cracking up.
It's okay though. It was just a highlight. I thought we should share it. But I also said that I have hated how I looked plenty of times on the camera.
Maybe it's just a personal issue with us.
It is because I like today, I don't really care for how I look today. I just got off work. I had like 30 minutes to get ready. So I really don't care what anybody has to say. Like, it's real life. And speaking of work, y'all, that is the topic. She looks so confused.
I was like, hold on, what are we talking about today?
That is the topic at hand for today.
Yes, it is, guys.
So, working and having a job is something that most of us have to do, but nobody really wants to fucking do that shit, right?
Right. If I had to choose, man, I would literally just, I don't know. I'd probably sleep all day. That's all I really want to do.
I just want $1 million deposited in my bank account tomorrow. I wish I had an inheritance, like anything. You know what I'm saying?
I know our parents ain't leave us shit. So when they die and they do the will and all that,
it's gonna be a surprise.
It's like, oh,
I mean, but I guess you hope for the best and expect the worst.
Pretty much.
Anyways, like having a job is something that pays the bills. It's something adults have to do. We don't really have a choice. Like, you're born into this world and eventually you have to work if you want to.
For most people, because some people don't got that. They don't have to worry about that. But
for most people, yes, we definitely have to do that.
Right.
And for those of us who have families, it allows us to support them. And most of them well, I can't even say most. I don't know. I was going to say it comes with like benefits like healthcare and stuff like that, because that stuff is expensive.
Hell yeah. We live in a very expensive ass time.
This country specifically. A lot of other countries got free healthcare and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Free education. So I feel like that's a scam, but that's another topic for another day. But, having a job comes with good and bad. Like, the less money you make, the more that you have to put up with, for real. It seems like. And the more money you make, the easier job you have. Like, it seems like
it depends. It depends for certain people in certain jobs. It depends.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
It just seems like it. I don't know. But
I think it depends on the person and their job. I don't know. Every place is different.
Yeah.
And everybody is different.
That's true.
Well,
like, some people can put up with something that somebody else can't.
Right.
Not every job is for everybody, so.
Yeah. I learned that shit the hard way.
Yeah. I mean, I have too. It's all a trial and error situation.
Real.
Like, if you think you want to do it, try it. If you don't, then move on. But have you ever had like a job nightmare or like a fucked up experience at work?
I had a couple, for real. I'll tell y'all one story. So, okay, I got this job after I quit. This is kind of complicated.
Okay.
The current job that I had now, I worked this job before this job. So I quit the current job that I have now twice.
I'm already lost.
So I had a job in 2015, which is my current job now.
Okay.
I quit that job and I worked at the job I'm about to tell y'all about. But then after this job, I worked that job for 3 years. Then I quit and went back to my current job that I have now.
Okay.
Then I quit that job again.
Wow.
And went to another job that I hated. And then I quit that job and went back to the job I have now. So I'm going to talk about the two jobs that I had in between the job that I had. Okay.
Are you following her?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm so motherfucking lost right now.
Basically, y'all, long story short, the job that I have now, I've had it since 2000.
In the job field.
Yeah, I don't get around no more like that.
Yeah.
But in the job field.
Get down like that.
Anyway, the job that I have now, I started in 2015. And in between those years, I had two jobs because I quit this job. Now I quit twice and I had two other jobs and now I'm back at this job. Basically.
I wish you could say the names of these places.
I wish I could too.
Because I'm lost.
Listening to you, I'm sitting here like.
Oh my God.
How about I say the initials then? Okay. I work at S right now. And in the
Oh,
how many years? 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21.
Damn, you thought it was 2 years?
No, I was counting. In between the 8 years,
okay,
I've worked at A and I've worked at B. That's funny, A and B. But I still work at S. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you about the first job, bad experience well, not the first one, but one that really sticks out.
Okay.
So I'm going to be talking about A. The title is A. And it actually, well, they changed the name recently, so maybe I can say it. I don't even know if they're still in business
it's called
with the
something else.
So can I say the old name?
I don't know why you wouldn't. You're not going back there, so who cares?
All right, fuck it. I used to work at Ambiance. And for
Okay.
those that live around here, that is a sex shop.
That's not just around here. I think they might have more.
Yeah, in Ohio, different parts of Ohio.
Okay.
They had a couple stores, but now I guess they got a new owner. They changed the name to something else. But right now, we're just gonna say Ambiance. I used to work at Ambiance. I worked there from 2015 to 2018. I started off as a regular worker / cashier. Like I worked on the floor. Listen, y'all, it turned out it was like the funnest job I've ever had, and it slowly turned to like one of the worst jobs I've ever fucking had for multiple reasons. So the first one was because. So the current job that I have now, like I said, I started that one first. I worked there for the summer. It's a factory job, as I mentioned in a couple other episodes. I fucking hated it. That was the first time I ever worked in a factory. I'm like, this shit ain't for me. I quit. And I saw this job in the fucking newspaper.
The newspaper?
Because I had just got out of college when, I think I was, 22, 23.
But you still had newspapers?
Yes, we had newspapers in 2015.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
All right.
And I fucking applied and they hired me. I was surprised. But let me tell y'all something. That was like one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. First of all, I told y'all I'm a nasty bitch. So I love talking about sex. And I got to talk about sex as a job. It was so fucking fun. Learning about like sex products and more sex education. I just love talking about sex. I could talk about that shit all day. So like I learned the most I could about products and shit. And then I sold some to people. We had to do also training though. It's not like we just sold shit. We actually had to go through training. And
what was the title? Wasn't you called something like?
I was called a romance consultant.
Yeah. Okay.
I felt all like, ooh, I felt all fancy and
official.
shit. Yeah, I was a romance consultant.
So you would help couples and stuff?
Not even just couples, anybody. Single people, like some people come in there for like gag gifts and shit, like, like
Just
for birthdays, big penis, dumb shit,
Like a
blow
cake,
up dolls.
a cake pan penis
Yeah,
shape.
with the size of like the shape of a dick or titties or something. We
Right.
showed like I said,
I went with my dude there for he wanted to do something with his girl, get something for her. And I'm childish. I know I'm childish.
Did you get a gag gift? You got him a gag gift?
No, I started acting gay.
Oh,
Hell no! Oh, to the people that was working there.
Yeah, so I was embarrassing him, and I was like, "Get this big boy!" Like saying shit like
that is too funny.
he was so fucking mad.
I bet. Wow. But yeah, I've worked with all kind of people. Gay, straight, trans. And that shit's fun though.
Old people.
Old people. Oh, let me tell y'all something. Church people.
Oh,
I'm sorry to let y'all know, but church people get down too. And they are some of the biggest fucking freaks I've ever sold shit to. Okay. I'll never forget this one old black lady. She bought a big ass dildo called the Home Wrecker. That motherfucker was this big, and it was like, well, my hand. It was it was real thick.
You got to do it like this.
It was pretty fucking
Yeah.
thick. It was a big fat ass, not silicone, but it's the material that resembles flesh, TRP or
I never heard of
TPR,
that.
whatever the fuck it was
Yeah,
called.
we don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
well, whatever, y'all.
That's a little advanced.
Okay. Well, now they got more different shit now. That's more
Wow.
advanced than when I used to work there. But so
I gotta go back in there.
listen, it was real fun. I think the first maybe year and a half was fun, and then shit kind of took a turn for the worst. So, mind you, I was working. For people that live around here, y'all know where it's at. It's by the mall. It's more in the suburban area. So I was the only black girl. Well, I didn't start off the only black girl. I started off, it was my manager actually was a black girl. That's probably the only reason why I got hired. Because if it was a white girl, I don't think I would have got hired.
And if she left then?
She left.
Okay.
So she left me. Like when it's only one or two black people, y'all kind of stick together. 'Cause it's like a unspoken thing. It's just like when you kind of outnumbered, you kind of gravitate
You
towards
gotta
each
find
other.
your people.
Right. And out there in the suburbs, it was kind of harsh. Like sometimes I dealt with racist, ignorant customers. So it was nice that my manager started off as a black girl. It was comforting. Like, but then she had quit. But I should have left too. Because god damn, I didn't realize how toxic that
She
fucking
should have
job
warned
was.
you.
Yes, she should have fucking warned me. I saw her years later, and then we talked about it.
Yeah.
But then she unfriended me, weird ass bitch.
So what was the experience though? Like,
Okay.
What happened?
So over time, I realized that a lot of the bitches that I worked with or worked for, managers and regular coworkers, because at some point I actually got promoted to a shift manager, but a lot of the bitches I worked with actually were racist or are racist because they're still alive.
Right.
They're
They're not
racist.
gonna change.
Right. That shit, okay, this is fucked up to say, but as a black person working in a white environment, you kind of expect that anyways.
Yeah.
Like and even like just growing up in general in America, you kind of have that in the back of your head that these people might be racist, you know?
They're racist until proven innocent.
Well, that's how I used to be.
I know.
I try not to be like that.
Yeah.
I try to have an open mind now because at
It's
this point,
hard though. I don't want to be disappointed. Like, you know, like it sucks that you have to feel like that, but this is America.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But yeah, like, but my experience with college, I mean, I told you I have had, I can't fucking talk. No, we ain't doing that this episode, y'all. And I could save myself. Okay. At this point, I became best friends with a white girl still to this day. But I started like branching out, getting more friends that are white. So I had more of an open mind. But I still had in the back of my mind that, you know, still I'm back in town now. Like, shut up, bitch. I'm back in town now. You're gonna make me laugh. Stop it.
Sorry.
I'm back in town now. So it's a little different from out of state. Like, I mean, still kind of similar area, whatever. So what happened was, okay, so I basically heard the N-word, not A-E-R, the one that ends in E-R, at least twice there by two different bitches. So the first one was this older bitch. Her name started with an M, bitch. Anyway, at this point, I was a shift manager and she was a regular romance consultant. And after the end of the day, you have to go in, like after we closed down the front, we locked the doors clean, close down the shit, clear out the register. I go in the back and I count it while she's sitting there or she's cleaning or whatever. And then like, you know, I put everything in the packages for the bank.
So who was she talking to though? Like, why did
Listen,
she said that to you?
Not to me. Well, she was talking to me, but she didn't call me one. What happened was, as I'm like counting the money, doing paperwork and shit, she's watching videos on either some kind of social media, either Facebook or YouTube. And I think it was like a World Star clip. And I already, listen, every time I see a white person listening to something that has to deal with like black people or black people doing something ratchet, I automatically am on guard, and I'm just like, oh God,
like,
please don't say it. Please don't say it.
Right.
I'm like, please don't say this. Please don't say this. So they in the video fighting, calling each other the N-word with the A. I told y'all
there's a difference.
This is one of the main reasons why I don't say the N-word anymore, because I feel like nowadays, not just white people, but anybody, any race feels like they can just say it. And there's a specific thing though with white people, older white people. They think that the N-word that ends with an A is also the same as the N-word that ends with an E. So they think that they can say it because other people say the one that ends in an A. And that shit really upsets me. So what happened was she was watching the video, they were fighting and calling each other N-word with the A. And she looked at me. I'm gonna say these words. Fuck this shit. I'm sick of this. She was like, she literally looked up at me. She was like, why? She had a raspy old smoker bitch voice. She was like, why do they call each other niggers? And I was like,
they're not.
Listen, every time I hear that word, my heart drops to my ass. Yeah. And like, I kind of lose my breath and I don't really know what to say. I'm just like, like, I didn't know what, like, I kind of froze for a minute. And I'm at this point, I'm trying to remember, like, you know, I just got promoted. I'm a shift manager. I don't really want to lose my job, even though like I should have just went the fuck off on this bitch. I really should have, but I did not. I contained my composure and I just shook my head and I was like, I don't know. I'm just trying to finish this paperwork. I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. So I finished the paperwork. We got out, and I remember telling the other girls. But mind you, I'm still the only. I was the only black girl anytime I worked there. But there was a Hispanic girl that was there right before I quit. But so I go and tell the other girls the next day, and basically, long story short, they all talking amongst each other, you know. So I don't know how this flipped on me, but basically, well, I don't know. I don't know if all of them are racist, but I know some of them obviously are. And it got flipped on me that I'm racist, and because I was upset that she said the N-word.
How does that make you racist? Because you don't want her saying something she shouldn't be saying.
I don't fucking know. But like I told you, in today's time, a lot of old white people think that the N-word, both E-R and A, are the same word. So they probably thought that like I don't know, whatever. So I let that go, even though that still to this day fucking bothers me. But anyway, so the thing that actually got me to leave was my store manager, the top one of the store. I've known her since I worked there, and I really liked her a lot. Like, at some point, I think she even maybe helped me. Like sometimes I was struggling. She might have bought me lunch or something. Because we didn't get paid that much in 2015.
No.
Like minimum wage. And then like even when I became full-time, it still wasn't that much. It was like maybe $9 something an hour. Like $9.35 or some shit. When I first started, it was like $8.10 or some dumb shit like that. So... And plus, like, I was still living at home. I didn't really have my own shit. So, like, sometimes she would buy me lunch or whatever. Like, even, like, for my birthday, like, I think they got me a cake. Like, I'd known her for 3 years, and I thought, like, she was a cool person. Whatever. So, what happened was, similar situation. Not exactly, but we were in the back. Everything always happens in the fucking back. And so this place is like any other place. Like they bent the rules a lot though. Like
that's everywhere.
Yeah,
we all bend
like
the
we
rules.
be in the back and be on the phone and shit while another girl's in the front like helping people. Like we switch off whatever. So like when the store is dead though, it got to the point where we would all just be in the back like either smoking. Like at the time, I'm not proud. I smoked a lot of cigarettes, but anyway. Like we would be in the back door smoking. Like we had the front door open so we could see people coming in.
Okay, can we please talk about what is the bad experience?
All right, let me hurry up.
Don't you have another one?
I know. I gotta hurry the fuck up. So she was on the phone arguing with her boyfriend at the time, and he was basically cheating on her for a younger girl who was like the town whore in their town or whatever. And she said something. This girl, blah blah blah, and she sucks nigger dick.
I remember you told me about that one.
And I was in the back when it happened. And as soon as she said it, she was like, and she looked at me. And I'm just like, so I just walked to the front.
Does it matter what color it is? It's a dick, like, period.
You know, to some white people,
like,
though, but I've learned this as well over the years. To some white people, it's not even a person anymore. It's a noun. It could be a person, place, or thing. It's fucking weird, but it's just a word to them. Remember how they always say it's just a word? It really is just a word to some of them.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, and I don't like it, and it fucking is very triggering. So anyway.
It is.
At this point, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. So me and this other girl at the time, who I thought was my friend, and now she deleted me or blocked me. Fuck you too, bitch. So anyway, we at the time, like we were both gonna quit, but she did this. She went to corporate, not went to there, but called them and basically exposed everything that our store manager and our assistant manager was doing. And our assistant manager was even worse than the store manager. She was literally having a fucking affair in the back, like in the bathroom, fucking our delivery driver
on the clock.
Yes. And then she started fucking this one guy that we met at a bar because we used to hang out after work.
Did he come in the store too?
Yeah. And like her husband would be in the front sometimes and I would have to lie for her, but this bitch is in the bathroom getting pounded. Like, you nasty old bitch. Remember when we talked about everybody should have a hoe face? This bitch never had a hoe face, so she's in her 50s finally having a hoe face. That's what I meant by shit sad.
Old hoe.
Yeah, she an old hoe. And it's not cute. But anyway, the girl that I thought was my friend literally exposed everything and was telling corporate, so they came down, fired them two bitches. Then I temporarily was a store manager for like a day, but I was like, listen, I'm quitting too. I'm sick of this shit. I remember I was gonna quit after I put my 2 weeks in, but the bitch that was the store manager got mad because I stopped fucking with her. Like, I didn't talk to her no more. Bitch, you're racist. I know you are. You say that's not the first or the last time you're gonna say that word. And obviously you could tell how comfortable it just slipped out of her fucking mouth. She uses that word. And so I remember her and some of the other girls got mad because I stopped talking to them. So that's when I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to put my 2 weeks in. Fuck this shit. I'm done. And so basically they got fired. Then I quit and I just said, fuck it. But besides the racist dumb shit and all the behind the scenes bullshit that I was involved in, it was actually a really fun job. Sorry. I know that was a long story.
That was terribly long.
I know. I didn't think it was going to be that long. I was trying to think in my head, like, how I'm going to break this shit down. But like, it was really long. I'm sorry. So anyway, Chae, let's hear one of your stories.
You don't want to say your second one?
I'd rather you talk now. I've been talking a lot. Let's hear you.
All right.
I'll say I might if we got time, but go ahead.
All right. So I don't have a long story. I'll just tell you briefly. All right. I used to work in a department store. That store still exists, so I guess I won't say the name. It was kind of like a discounted.
Well, they changed the name too. They shortened it.
Yeah, but still, you know what that is.
All right.
I mean, I don't really care because I'm not going to go back and work there.
Exactly. What they going to do, sue you?
No. I mean, it's not their fault what happened anyway. So it was Gabriel Brothers at the time, but now it's called Gabe's.
Oh, I used to work there.
Oh, did you? Everybody
me too.
did.
Me too. For a summer.
Everybody did. But anyway, so I was like in charge of the children's department and I loved it. I did so good in that department, but I did start off as a cashier. It was my second job I ever had in life. I keep jobs for a long time. I don't like bouncing around. I hate applications and interviews and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm working on the floor in the children's department, and this guy approached me. It was a white guy, and he was like older. I was probably like 18. I was young at the time. So I was like thinner and obviously looked younger, whatever. And he came up to me like, he didn't look like he was shopping. Like, he was looking around and walking around. But like Nina said earlier when I told her, he was shopping, but not for what we had in the store.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Well, it was in the store, but it wasn't the products.
Right. It was nothing that you could pay for with money on the spot and check out at the cash register.
Right.
So this is a story about how I feel like I almost was like a sex traffic victim, but it never happened because I used my gut feeling and my instincts and did not go through with it because I got bad vibes. But he was like telling me how he got like this group of girls who he like, I guess he was the photographer. I don't know exactly what he did, the manager, something. And he was talking about how they take trips to Cabo and was trying to get my information. And it made me so uncomfortable. Like, it sounded nice. Obviously, I'd never been out of the country like that. Like, I went to Canada, but anyway. Like, I'd never been anywhere, like, warm and tropical and beautiful, like, for real. So, at 18, I'm like, this sounds so good. I want to go. He thinks I'm, like, pretty enough to be a model. I'm not tall enough, number one. I wasn't thin enough, and I really didn't think I was model material. He just was, like, gassing me up, trying to get me far away from my home. And you know, who knows what would have happened. Like, I was kind of scared after I actually thought about it. I am a person who's not really impulsive, so I do think
that's good that you're not.
Yeah, I think about what I'm doing for a long time before I do it.
Yeah,
so that's one story about me and my job experiences. And I'll talk about the job I got after that real quick because it's not long.
Okay, go ahead.
So I worked at a call center. The call center that the whole city worked at.
Except me, I ain't worked there, thank God.
Yeah.
I did that too.
They used to call it Baby Mama Central.
Mm-hmm.
Why they call it that?
Because everybody ended up pregnant.
Wow.
And I was actually
With
one
their
of them.
coworkers?
But not with somebody who worked there.
But most people were fucking the coworkers?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure everybody was messing with everybody. So many people came through that place. Like,
that's how my job is now.
Everybody knew everybody. It was like high school all over again.
Damn.
But I was there for 4 years. I worked there for 4 years. And a call center job is really verbal abuse to the max. Not every call is bad, but a lot of them are. And when I first started and didn't know what I was doing, I was like, I didn't think I could do it. I had to get a supervisor at like almost every call. I was quick to be like, okay, let me place you on a brief hold. All right, can I get a supervisor? I would like not tell them what I'm doing and transfer them. Like, oh my God. That job was stressful. It was so mentally draining that it became physically draining. And then towards the end, like I couldn't even go in there. Sometimes I wouldn't even go. Like, I don't know if I called off. I would just not go. Or I would go late, real late. I would leave at lunch. Like, I would cry before I went there because I didn't really have a choice at the time. Like, I didn't know if I could find a job better.
Damn.
And that was the job I had before I have this job currently. And I was like, either I get this job or I'm going back to school. I can't stay here.
Yeah.
Like, I was so depressed working there.
And that's unfortunate. I've had a couple jobs like that too. But yeah, that shit, when it's like that bad, you got to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I never thought I would get trapped into a place like that. Like, it really was no future. And they talking about you can move up and they promote within and blah, blah, blah. That's what they always say. I hated it because they have favoritism like crazy in there.
That's how my job is now. Yeah.
It's the worst.
What's the quickest you ever worked a job?
Oh, I'll tell you real quick. I worked at one job for 1 week. And I don't quit jobs. I do not quit a job unless I know I have another one. So I had to call my job before the one I quit. Like, can I come back, please? But I quit that job.
Damn.
I couldn't do it.
Gabe's, I worked for like a day.
Oh, for
Damn.
real? You can't even say you worked there then.
It might have been like 2 days.
Did you even get a paycheck?
No, I mean, it was something small. He tried to play me, and I was like, bruh, I don't need this job.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just asking one of my coworkers, like, what time you get off? They told me. I was like, oh, I'm leaving when you leave, dude.
Wow.
And I left.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know when I.
Do you know what year you was there?
It had to be like 2005, 2006.
Oh, okay. I wasn't there.
Because I was like freshman in college.
Okay.
I was in junior high school.
Okay.
Right. I wasn't gonna say what grade I was in.
Okay.
I was at least like 7th or 8th.
I was in the 10th grade. You were in the 8th
been
grade
out
then.
here.
It's okay. We all old now. We all in the 30s. It's okay.
Yeah, dirty
Yeah.
30s. So what's your second bad experience? And please make it snappy.
I'm gonna try to, y'all. Fuck, y'all know I'm a storyteller. I like to try
You so
paint a picture so you can
emphasize.
visualize the shit. So this job is the second job that I got in between the job that I still have
Oh my
from 2015 to now.
Can you just not tell us when it was and just talk about the job?
Okay, fine. So what year was that?
It doesn't matter. Just-
Okay, fine. about almost 2 years ago.
I can't
Shit.
take it.
I quit my current job again because after the last job I talked about, I quit that job and went to this job that I'm at now. And then I hated it again because I can't say that because I ain't trying to get fired. And I know my fucking coworkers and supervisors nosy ass be listening. So hi, y'all. Anyway, I quit the job and I went to this job because honestly, though, this time I wanted to look for a job that had purpose. I wanted to feel like I'm not just having a job. I wanted to find a career. And I also wanted to help people. So I decided to look on Indeed. And I found a job that I thought would be cool for multiple reasons because, oh my gosh, excuse me. I literally just fucking burped. Wow. Yes, Nina is a burper in real life.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
A lot. And a lot, very gassy. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. So, what's the title of that job? I don't even know what the name of the job title would be. I forgot what it was called. BCT, behavioral care technician or some
Oh,
shit.
that job. Okay.
I worked at a place that is very ironic because I was actually a patient at this place when I was a kid. I worked basically at a mental health
Institution.
facility for kids and teenagers. I worked there for 3 months, and like I said, it's ironic because I was actually a patient there as a kid. The first time I tried to commit suicide, I was a patient there.
That came full circle.
It was, and I thought that it would be sweet because I was one of those kids, so I thought that I could help these kids, but I didn't realize how fucked this place actually was. So I'll get into that real quick. So basically, I came in there with the intention that, I want to help people. Since I've lived this, I have mental illness myself. I'm an adult. I want to show these kids like, hey, you can still be productive in life. You can still like be a functioning person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When I got in there, that place basically re-traumatized me and brought back a lot of old wounds. And I ended up like on a serious drinking bender.
Yeah.
Like after work every day I was getting drunk. And then like before work, like you, I was in my car fucking crying. Like I did not want to go in there.
Triggering.
Very triggering for me.
It sucks that you wanted to go in with good intentions and think that you could make a difference.
Yeah.
But the way that place is set up and those people that don't care enough about those kids.
I didn't say the name, did I?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, that's.
If you know, you know. But yeah, so like some of the stuff that they taught us was very effective, I think, and it was good. But there was a lot of corruption behind the scenes, and I'll get into that real quick. For example, some of the people that work there, I found out, are actually pedophiles.
Oh, you never told me.
I swear I told you about this one guy. He actually was one of the ones that kind of trained us, like my group. He was really nice, and he's been there for like 15 something years.
Do
or
you
something.
know that for a fact?
Oh yeah,
You looked it up.
well, no, I didn't look it up, but they kicked him out because they caught him
okay.
on camera going in a girl's room every night. So he, I guess he was fucking around with this one girl. So one half is like the hospital side, like you're only there for maybe like a week tops, and then there's the residential side. Those kids are more I hate to say this, but they should have been at like a juvenile correction center, because a lot of them, some of them have mental issues, but a lot of them had behavioral problems that is a little different than fucking mental. Okay, I felt like I was in a mini jail when they put me on residential. Literally every day I was in fight or flight mode, because I'm like, are these bitches gonna attack me? I'm talking about teenagers now.
You might as well have worked at JJC
for real. You know how many fights I broke up, or how many times I got hit by bitches and I just wanted to fucking choke them out? Like, that shit was crazy. And then I had to work with the boys. Oh my God. So I just witnessed so much fucked up shit. Oh my gosh. Not all of the kids, but a lot of them were very fucking vicious. But also what I found out, which is more disturbing, a lot of the fucking staff is even more vicious. And basically there are people there, probably still to this day, that I feel like they grew up probably like getting bullied or picked on. So as adults, I feel like they try to assert that power onto younger kids. And I've literally witnessed this. We're taught how to restrain them, like if they're trying to hurt us or other people or themselves, depending on how big big they are. If it's a little kid, it only takes 2 people. Somebody holds their arms down on the ground and the other person holds their legs down. Now, if it's like a teenager, it might take up to 4 people. One person take one limb, legs down, arms down on the ground, and you hold them there until they stop resisting. That itself is very traumatizing, because people are crying or screaming, or they're crying out for their parents, or some girls, they're like, I've been raped. I don't like this. This is fucking traumatic. Get off of me. And I got to fucking hold them down. And that shit really fucked me up. I used to go home and fucking cry my eyes out. But I've been abused by a lot of these kids. But anyway, I've seen people, and they talk about it in the break room. There are literal adults that are like, yeah, so-and-so fucking hit me. So when we restrained them, I fucking slammed them down hard, and I like twisted their fucking arm and nobody was watching, like all kind of shit. Or they'll like tell you, like when you're restraining a kid in their room, there's no camera, so twist their arm a little bit or something, and they'll calm the fuck down. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
That's sick.
But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I reached a breaking point myself, and I actually turned into the people that I did not like.
Yeah.
I started hurting kids, and that's when I knew I had to get the fuck out of there. Not a lot, but there was one time this little girl, we had to restrain her a couple times. She was like 7 years old, and this part breaks my heart, because when she was calm, she was like my best friend. I really like that little girl, but she been abused since she was basically like 3 years old, and she got some demons, and I really pray for her. When she went the fuck off, And one time I had to restrain her, and this little girl fucking kicked me in my face and busted my lip, and that's when I fucking snapped. And I remember I dragged her by her hair to her room. It was on camera too. But they don't they don't let a lot of shit slide.
They turned their head to a lot.
They did.
Like, that's crazy.
I felt so bad. She was 7 years old. I literally yanked this little girl up by her hair. She had long hair. She was like mixed or something. Wrapped that shit around and dragged her to her fucking room and threw her in there. That was when I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be like these people. They literally, a lot of them enjoy hurting the kids. Not all of them. There are some good people there, but most of these people have a little sadistic side.
Yeah.
And like I told you,
and if they didn't start off like that, I'm sure it developed.
It developed for me over 3 months, and I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I was like, when I first came in there, I was all happy and joyful. I was the more positive one. I'm just trying to like talk to these kids.
Yeah.
But towards the end, I'm cussing everybody out, like, get the fuck down, slamming kids down and shit. Like, it was bad. It was fucking bad.
Yeah.
They didn't do that to you. I did that too.
Did you?
Yeah, I worked for
Don't say where.
I mean, I don't care. Children's services. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Group home.
Did you have to restrain them?
Yep.
How did that make you feel? That fucked me up.
It didn't really fuck me up, because you're saving them. You know, you're restraining them for their health, because I was working with kind of, they were kind of mentally, so they might bash their head on the floor on purpose. You know what I mean?
A lot of them have hurt themselves.
They hurt themselves, so you kind of restraining them to save them. So it really didn't affect me like that. Like, I was like, I would be mad I had to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I got to restrain this kid, but like you said, like what you said about in the rooms without the cameras and shit.
You twist some arms?
I definitely twist some arms.
I have too. Shit.
You
almost sit your ass down.
Because the kids will. They know what they do. They know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And
a lot of them are manipulative as fuck.
sometimes you gotta like, hey, stop. You know what I mean? And they mess with other kids. So it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah.
nothing that was like hurting bad, but
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when some kids would beat up kids, I let it happen because like that kid needed to get their ass whooped. I'm like, I turn my head like, okay, go ahead, and then I break it up like a couple seconds after. Like, okay,
I could never do that job.
It was fucked up. It was fucked up.
It was fucked up.
It made me feel like I was a fucked up person. I had to get out of there.
Yeah,
That's tough.
It was fucked up.
it was like where I were. If the kids was like to run away, we couldn't chase them.
Oh yeah, they taught us that too because sometimes they'll run towards the road and they'll be looking back at you and they can get hit by a car or some shit. So let them go.
Let 'em
Wow.
go.
Yeah.
And they'd be gone for hours. You fill out all this police report, then they come back and it's like, you motherfucker.
I know you know what place I'm talking about though, right? Well, listen,
only, like, one around
we was
here.
on the news like 2 years ago. There were so many like riots they had and like runaways. You know what I'm talking about. You got to know what I'm talking about.
The suburbs of the north side.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking
about.
Yeah, that's where I was
Did
at.
you say the initials?
No,
Oh, okay.
but BP.
Yeah, gas station.
Yeah. That shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I had a dude that worked there too.
That shit fucked me up. And it's weird. I used to be a patient there. So I really thought that I could be the best. Well, I knew like it was either going to be the best job or the worst job. And it turned out to be one of the worst fucking jobs I ever had.
They didn't live. See, mine, they lived there.
How, like, well, some of the residentials was there for at least up to a year though. But how long did they live there?
They would live there from 5 to 18.
Like they didn't have a
sometimes.
family.
Yeah, they
Damn.
couldn't go to their family. Nobody would adopt them.
Some of the kids though from group homes got kicked out and they came to BP.
Okay.
I don't know why though, because I guess they didn't have nowhere else to place them. But a lot of them kids came from group homes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, yeah, our kids would be there for a while. I remember real quick this one kid, and this fucked me up. He was going to this family. He was about to get adopted. And they would do visits every weekend. So, like, the family would come get you for the weekend, but they'll bring you back on Monday. This is the process of them about to get you for good.
Oh, okay.
So they did this for like 2 months, and then he would stay like a week. And then on his last day, they took him. All that week, he tormented them,
The family?
the family. After being good and perfect through this whole process, his first week there, he just did not give a fuck, just was fucking their house up,
Wow.
fucking with the other kids, and they brought him back.
Wow.
And that fucked me up. Like, you think you about to go to your forever home,
Yeah.
and you do that. I think they like the group home.
I was gonna say that a lot because I've seen something like that similar. Like right before, like a lot of the residential kids were about to get out, they would fuck up and get in trouble. But I think it's because they're afraid
Yep.
of getting
Yep.
out and trying to better themselves. They're
It's
used to that.
institutionalized.
Yeah, they're used to the
But he
fucked
was
up.
so young. He only could be like 8 or 9. He wasn't even like.
That's
I've seen
sad.
that happen a couple times.
That's institutionalized. Like
Yeah.
it could happen at any age for real. Like,
that happened to this one little boy. He fucking pissed on me, fucking bastard.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry,
I ain't
but
never had none of
they-
that kind of shit.
that really
oh, them kids is nasty, man.
that's really sad and unfortunate. That
He was doing so good. He was about to get adopted.
it's because they don't know what good things look like.
Yeah, they're
they
not used to
don't
that.
Know how to appreciate it.
It's
Like,
fucking sad.
wow.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
When I left, I had to go through some more intensive therapy. I said therapy. Like I literally was seeing my therapist like literally once a week at that point
Yeah.
because I was so fucking re-traumatized and like I was having breakdowns because it was one girl in there. I'm done after this. She reminded me of me. It was this little white girl. I don't even remember her name, but God, I really hope that she's doing better now. She had to be like 14 or 15. She was a residential girl and she was a runaway. Like she kept running away and shit. And she was a cutter. And so when I worked there, if y'all follow the show, y'all know I'm also I say recovering cutter. I haven't cut in like, I don't know, like a year or two. But anyway, when I worked there, I would wear long sleeves because I didn't want to like show kids that. But me and her, we actually got close and she was just saying how she feels alone. And I remember one time I showed her, I was like, look, I used to do this shit. Okay. Life it doesn't have to just be like this. Like you can do better eventually. You'll get the fuck out of your fucked up situation. You'll become an adult and you could be whoever the fuck you want to be. Like I literally talked to her like that. And for the most part, I was professional, but when I talked to her, I was real with her. And I'm just like, listen, there's more to life than this bullshit. I swear to God. And I feel like when I left that job though, because I had to get out of there, I feel like I left her and that still kind of fucks me up to this day.
Yeah.
Cause like she was this sounds fucked up, but she was mostly in there with like a lot of black girls. She was a skinny little scrawny white girl, and they used to bully her, and I felt really bad, and I feel like I left her though. Like I really do. Like it really just fucked me up, man.
She found a friend in you.
Yeah, and I was like trying to be there for her. Like when other people, it's kind of hard to like differentiate though, because like sometimes when those kids would act up, you don't know like if they're faking it or if they really are like having a real episode. And I believed her every time. Now she might or might not have, but other people would be like, just leave her alone. Let her just sit there in the corner and cry. And I would go comfort her. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
That's sad.
Like, I don't know. And it's fucked up. But I just hope she's doing okay. I think about her from time to time.
Yeah.
Did you have any more stories or anything that you wanted to add?
I did, but I don't think they're that great. I mean,
what?
They're not that great.
I just don't want to get emotional. Y'all know I cry every fucking time, so I didn't cry. I just watered up a little bit.
Okay, so something else real quick that we can't control when we have a job. Like, you don't know if they're going to last, you know?
Yeah.
My first job I ever got was fast food, like most people, right?
I remember that job.
I think I was there like 2 years. That was my first job ever. And I don't think they in business no more, like anywhere. They was.
I thought I saw them where I live at, but no.
They changed the name. It's not even the same thing. So anyway, they specialized in like seafood.
Well, you can say the name if they ain't running no more.
Seafood.
Can't you say the name? They ain't running no more.
It's okay. Fast food seafood.
Fast food seafood.
Anyway, they like I had a decent experience. I ended up being like an assistant manager there, but I forgot about this. So when I was the assistant manager, you know, I got the keys to the store.
Yeah.
And somebody broke in.
While you were working?
No, like when they got there in the morning, because I worked like the afternoon shift, like closing or whatever, right? So they kind of like tried to blame it on me.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Were you like 18?
No, I was younger than that.
You were in school still?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was my first job. So
I remember
was
your
about
job,
16,
but I don't remember somebody
17.
breaking in.
Maybe I was 18, like
Is that
early
why you
18.
quit?
No, they shut down.
Oh.
So that was the bad thing, that they shut down. But anyway, I forgot about what I was just about to say with the little break-in. They think it was somebody who used to work there that had keys, though. Like, so they
didn't change the keys?
I don't think so.
Fucking.
So they kind of was like blaming it on me. I'm like, am I going to have to pay back the money? Like, they didn't even get a lot. We didn't make a lot.
I'm about to say, what, like $200?
Yeah, exactly. It was something like that. We ain't make a lot.
You said it was fast food or a restaurant?
It was fast food, seafood.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is. Not LJS, but the other one, AT.
Yeah.
That's my spot.
I actually used to like their ribs, which is weird, but they have good ribs.
They did, but I had to make them for you, though.
I used to love them.
And then one more thing about a job I had, because I only had like 4 jobs, so this is the last one. So it was I'll say the name because I don't work there. DirecTV. Okay, it was not the call center. It wasn't installing it or anything. It was the people who stand at stores. For example, well, I don't know. Should I say the store names?
You could. I mean,
it was like Best Buy, Sam's Club, like those stores. They stand right there at the entrance, right? So people walking in, you're trying to approach them and get them to sign up or upgrade what they have. And that rejection was something else. I do not like being rejected. And then it's face to face. I hated that.
And shoppers, I fucking hate shoppers.
Oh my
they're
gosh.
fucking
just
rude.
In general, for real.
Yeah, they're rude.
But then I was put in like suburban neighborhoods because obviously those stores are not where
we live.
Right. Well, they're in the suburbs.
I moved to suburbia. Kind of.
Yeah, they kind of.
It's like in between now because like.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a step in between.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
But I just felt like I was being profiled and ignored because of
and that's a serious possibility.
Yeah,
for real.
Because it was 2 of us, I think, at the same time. So one of us
was one getting more customers.
Yeah, maybe he was more experienced, or maybe it was what I thought it was. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't even like to bother people. If you don't want it, you don't want it. Like, I'm not trying to force you to buy something. I'm not gonna beg you.
I think some people are meant to be salesmen.
Yeah.
Like they got that pushy ass personality.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm not getting paid enough. Like, no.
Right.
No, thank you. I just didn't, I couldn't do it. I quit in a week. I had taken my stuff back because I think they gave us little shirts or whatever. So I called my job before that, like, can I please come back? I don't want to.
The call
I can't
center?
do it. No, this was at the department store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I called them back, like, let me
GB.
let me come back, please. I called my manager because he liked me, and not like that, but he quit doing that sound effect. But we had a good, employee manager.
Y'all had a good rapport.
Right?
Good
Exactly.
rapport. Yeah.
I'm always a good worker. I feel like if you're gonna do something, do it right. Like I always feel like that about everything, or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
So he let me come back, and I quit that job in a week. That wasn't for me.
Speaking of, y'all was saying like the fastest y'all quit a job. Mine was probably that place, BP, the mental health place for the kids and teens.
3 months.
Yeah, I think because usually like I'm fucked up. Like I'm not like one of those people that like if I don't like it, I could just leave. I will try to sit there and take it and try to make the best of it. That's just my fucked up personality. Like I try to like give everything a couple chances, I guess, which I should have just fucking left as soon as I felt uncomfortable, but I stayed. But I remember I called my current job now. Same thing. I had a rapport with one of the superintendents at the time. And I was like, can I come back? And he was like, yeah. So literally like one day I messaged my manager at the other place, BP. And I was like, listen, I can't do this no more. I'm really sorry. And I just didn't show up.
Yeah. They should understand. They probably get that call a lot.
Oh, yeah. They had a really high turnover rate.
Yeah.
And then one girl that I actually know in real life, she is kind of in our family. Her son is related to our brother's wife's family. She worked there for a little bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Her son is related to our brother's wife's family. Her son.
Our brother's wife's brother, his son's mom. She worked there too for a little bit. Yeah. And I was like, what are you doing here? Like, and then I was trying to tell her, like, this place is fucked up. I don't know if she still worked there, but I hope not, because God, that place is fucked.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right, you guys. So it is time for my sweet treat of the day.
Okay.
So this one, I'm not sure how sweet it is. It might be a little bitter.
Ooh, wait a minute. I keep saying, oh.
Okay.
Anyway.
A bittersweet treat.
Anyway, this is about like cell phone service. Like if you're, for example, where you live.
Yeah, I got really horrible fucking service.
Like
y'all.
it's always breaking up and you can't hear her, right? So, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I didn't know it. So I want to share it. So if you're looking for cell service, but you can't seem to get like good signal, it says that if you switch your phone to airplane mode, your phone will search for all the cell towers that are near you and give you plenty of options to get connected.
I've never tried it.
I know. I never knew exactly what it was for. I thought you just get on a plane and put it on airplane mode and leave it alone.
That's what I thought.
I don't think that's how it works.
Really?
I want to try.
Put your phone on airplane mode right now.
Let me see.
It won't
Hold on.
work.
What's it going to do?
It like turns off.
So why would they say
Did it turn
to
off?
search? I mean, I don't know if it's turned off. It
How you don't
says-
know?
I'm looking at it. I can't tell what it's doing. It has a plane in the corner. I don't know.
Yeah, you won't get any.
can't
So
do
why would
anything.
it say it's going to search for it then?
You can't do anything on airplane mode.
Oh, well, see, that was a bitter one.
I'm so gassy. I keep burping and
say-
shit. I hope it's not
hold on, wait,
coming
wait,
back on
wait,
the
wait.
mic. God damn.
So, like, if I try to make a call, it's not going to work?
No, call me.
Hold on, let me see. I got to try it because this is kind of wild. And I'm upset that it won't work. It says no network connection. Hold on, wait. Let me see now. It say connect to a Wi-Fi network or disable airplane mode to place a call. So if you get on Wi-Fi, that's where it shows you all the networks.
What's your Wi-Fi?
It's a
It's not
lot.
working.
Oh.
It's a lot of them on here.
Yeah, it's a lot on
But
there.
you're not even supposed to use your phone while you're on a plane. So why would you?
I use it. I
That's
used
why
it
you
on
put
a
it on
plane.
airplane
Yeah,
mode,
I
so-
used it on a
Right.
plane.
But I guess this just brings up all the networks when you search for Wi-Fi. But a lot of people have locked Wi-Fi's, right?
Right. You put it on airplane mode when you're on the airplane, so
You don't get any calls or texts or nothing. That's what I thought.
well,
Okay, well,
Well.
that one sucked.
hopefully next week we have a better.
Yeah, okay. Okay, anyways.
Call your ass out every time.
Yeah.
Listen, they don't have
I'll be
nothing
looking
good.
forward to this.
They don't have nothing
Yes, they
good
do.
out
Yes,
there.
You do. Sometimes you be
All you
having some
gotta
real good
do
ones.
is go on TikTok and be like, tricks.
See,
or
I'm
just
not a TikToker.
Oh well,
I
You better get hip.
I like Instagram. I'm gonna start looking on Instagram.
your loss.
No, it's not. I can't get into it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm too old for that shit.
I know.
Like,
It feels so childish when I'm on there.
Y'all lost.
yeah.
Oh wait, real quick, I'm sorry to tell you how old I am. For the past couple days, I've been listening to Kelly Price. She was a friend of mine.
What the fuck?
You know that song I'm talking
Yes.
I
about?
haven't heard that
I
in
do.
a while.
I know.
Why are you listening to that?
That's the Sunday morning clean up the house song.
Wow.
Poor son and boyfriend.
Cam was in the car and I was
Was he
playing
singing it?
No, but he was like, oh my God.
Oh, damn.
Are you okay?
Damn.
That's one of those songs. If you playing that, like if my girl playing that, I'm like, oh shit.
That's a good song, okay? Don't sleep on Kelly Price.
Yeah, she was a good one.
Yeah, but go ahead with your inspirational quotes.
Okay, guys, this is, the time where I do my little inspirational quote or a poem or a message.
Poem. How sweet. What poem would that be?
You love that shit.
I do.
So, this is by, why do I always get these names? By Sheryl Sandberg from the Minds Journal.
That's easy.
Okay, it wasn't that bad. I thought it was. I read it wrong at first. I thought it said Shan Shurge or something. Anyway, maybe you picked the wrong job. Try again. And then try again. Try until you find something that stirs your passion, a job that matters to you and matters to others. It is the ultimate luxury to combine passion and contribution. It's also a very clear path to happiness. And that was by Sheryl Sandberg.
All right.
But yeah, just, listen, y'all, everybody go through shit. Like, especially when you're young, you might go through a lot of jobs. Some people are lucky and they find their dream job at like 18.
Man.
Lucky bastards. But for a lot of us, it's going to take a couple jobs. You got to figure out like your skills, what you're good at. If you're good at working with people, machines, computers, whatever the fuck it is. It might take a while, but try to find something that you actually benefit from besides the money. Like, like something that you find enjoyable because it's out there. It might, like I said, it might take a while, it might not.
Or you might have to create the job yourself.
That too. Become your own boss. Some people are better at becoming their own boss.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
All right, y'all. So you guys can find us on our YouTube channel, which is under MSK Podcast. And then if you like to listen to us on audio, it's going to be under My Sister's Keeper on Apple and Spotify. And I have an Instagram, which is Chae Yay _MSK. So follow me on there. And then our email address is going to be mskpod611@gmail.com. Please send us your ideas or any topic suggestions that you would like to hear us discuss. And that's about it.
Yes. And also, y'all, if y'all are on
Say it slow.
YouTube, please make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. Fucking subscribe.
Yes.
Follow, whatever the fuck.
It takes one click. Just hit that button.
Hit that motherfucking button, y'all.
And what else to hit? Hit that.
Hit the fucking bell notification too, so you get alerted when we post new motherfucking content.
Yes.
Y'all, goddamn.
It's really not hard. Like, if I had your phone, I would do it for you.
Yes. You didn't gotta just fucking hit it. Damn. All right. But yeah, thank you guys.
Yes. And once again, y'all, this has been another episode of
My Sister's Keeper.